All right, what is good, y'all? It is your boy Damien, aka the Melanated Tiger. Uh, Not gonna say YouTube fam and all that because this could potentially go on different streaming
Platforms.
services. But back at it again. This time we got a special guest in the building, my boy Manny Sangha. Sorry if I butchered that.
That's fine. No, you actually didn't. I mean, most people like butcher it or don't even know how to spell my last name. It's kind of, I explain it's like saying ha, like saying ha, and it just, I have to spell it out for them.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of to be expected. It's kind of a more one of them exotic kind of names.
Yeah, it's like Sangha. It's like close to. And I realized it's close to Shanghai.
Oh, I didn't
Like
really think of it like that.
Shanghai,
Yeah.
cause I didn't. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, anyway, yeah, my boy Manny, we were in the once in the same kind of project or band together for a minute, but that didn't really
Yeah,
work out too well.
yeah,
But I mean, we're kind of back at it again. It's kind of in the works, so just
yeah.
stay tuned for that. But yeah, welcome aboard, Manny. How you doing today, man?
Good, good. The
Enjoying the Saturday?
yeah, yeah. The snow cleared. It was like,
Uh,
it was like 2 days of snow, and then
yeah, came just went and came or went and or came and went
came.
is what
Yeah,
what I was trying to say. Yeah, that was crazy. That was pretty wild.
yeah. I mean, yeah. It's
It was
like
cool while it lasted.
yeah, yeah. It's not. It's on us. It's not even like the northern states that are like experiencing this. Like Texas is like has a pretty crazy situation. I mean, did you see the news
Yeah.
about like no power, water, no heat? I'm just like Texas is like it's close to Mexico, and Mexico is like a sunny tropical area, and
Yeah.
Texas is supposed to be like it's global warming, all climate change, all that science, and yeah, it just
Yeah,
yeah,
shit was so wild that like my job had to shut down because they weren't getting their parts. I guess they were like coming from or through Texas, so
yeah.
I'm out of work until Tuesday, no pay or nothing.
Oh,
So
oh,
and it could like be extended from that, but I just have to wait and
oh,
see. Hopefully I'll start back on Tuesday. But anyway, let's get into this, man. I wanted to talk about the whole straight edge subculture. I
yeah,
know you're into like the whole hardcore scene, hardcore punk music kind of thing.
yeah,
So, and you've been
yeah,
like kind of, I mean, we kind of discussed this earlier, but you said you've been like straight edge for a few years. So,
yeah.
yeah,
But I
man.
don't, I don't really consider myself like with the crowd of straight edge. Like I consider myself, what's it called, sober, since I haven't like drank or smoked in like 3 to 4 years.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah,
yeah,
because the culture
yeah.
itself can be like somewhat toxic from what I've
Yeah,
seen.
yeah. It's just like it's like, um, the if I keep drink, if I have like, if I drink one, I'll drink another one, and I'll keep drinking, and you know how the story goes. One
Yeah,
too
and they can,
many.
yeah.
Yeah,
And people who are like in the scene can like, if they like find out you do those kind of things, they can like get really in your face about it. It's
yeah, and it's like it's a whole like problematic area of like I mean several of the people like I hang out with are like straight edge, not like heavy drug, not like heavy, like no heavy drugs or anything, just like vegan straight edge, and yeah, it's all cool, it's all a good time, all fun, good, yeah,
yeah, the reason why I wanted to make this video is because lately I just been messing with a lot of like hardcore bands like Strife, like I showed you earlier. They're
yeah,
vegan straight edge, and it's just like when I watch their
yeah,
videos and like hear their music, the energy is just it's just so inspiring.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I still like to like smoke weed and mess with psychedelics and whatnot, but I'm
yeah,
just really interested in like the culture because like I mean me myself I've been kind of quote unquote straight edge for the past two
yeah,
weeks because
yeah,
I haven't really been smoking weed or drinking or like keeping a healthy diet and like a positive mindset. So
way healthier than me. Way healthier than me. Like
altered.
what? I said
My bad.
way healthier than me. I mean,
Oh, my mic cut
yeah,
out or something.
yeah. It's like way, uh,
Healthier, yeah.
yeah,
But to
way
each their own
health.
though. Like
Yeah,
to each their own. Like you really don't have to like follow what someone else is doing. Really, I mean, if like someone
yeah,
wants to eat bacon and whatnot, or like drink a soda, like it's not like don't feel ashamed
yeah,
for it. I mean, as
yeah.
long as like you just do your own thing, like you don't have to like follow somebody. But anyway, so yeah, you said you're you're sober for the like past 4 or 5 years, right?
3 to 4 years, I think. It's like after I like got on some after I got on some medication, like antidepressant, and I was like, well, alcohol will make it like worse, so I stopped drinking, and I if there's like ice cream flavors or with like alcohol flavors in it or something, I'll try that. But it's like, but I'm not like I won't go to like a if go to a bar or something and just like drink like or get a like vodka or get a vodka or tequila shot or something like that. I'll get like a ginger beer or like a Sprite. Yeah, but I really saw where I was going, and I didn't like where I was headed, so I stopped drinking early on before it ruined my life. Yeah,
Yeah, that drinking can really throw you off course. Like a few years ago, I used to like drink heavily, and when I started, it like I kind of got like too addicted to it. Like
yeah,
I just don't like how I am when I'm like
yeah,
intoxicated. I
yeah,
get a little bit too
yeah,
confident to the point where it's like
yeah, yeah,
bad things can potentially happen to like people
yeah,
around if like I'm
yeah,
not kept in check. Like it might make others want to hurt me before it. So
yeah.
I just feel
I
like
yeah,
alcohol in general just isn't for me.
yeah,
And also, in like the African American community and cultures and whatnot, I feel like
yeah,
drinking is like way kind of overrated and overdone because of like
yeah,
rap culture and whatnot. How they
yeah,
glorify all the drugs and the alcohol
yeah,
and partying.
yeah, yeah,
So I really feel like straight edge and hardcore culture is kind of like a way to
yeah,
keep you more focused and like kind of away from that kind of thing because being getting too sucked in into all that can like bring you down the wrong path and lower your vibration. So in my opinion, so that's one reason why like I've become somewhat intrigued into this straight edge
yeah,
thing. But like I said earlier, or when we discussed on Facebook, I it's not like I want to like be fully immersed in it. I just want to take bits and
yeah,
pieces from it
yeah,
because like Bruce Lee said, like this is one of my favorite quotes is be like water, and that's really big because I like to take things from like different cultures and like kind of
mm,
combine it into one instead of just like
mm-hmm,
staying in a box like a fishing bowl. Like I view the world as an ocean where it's like you can take things from so many different places like hip hop, reggae,
yeah,
Rastafarianism,
yeah.
metal, and
Buddhism,
exactly, yeah, Taoism, Buddhism. Like I draw inspiration from those too. Like
yeah,
a lot of different areas in life, not just like limit myself to one thing. So um, what else we got to talk about it this.
I mean, well, the history of like straight edge. I mean, minor. It's like I think it started with like minor threats. Like I think it was minor threats song straight edge
Yeah, yeah,
that
Ian McKellen.
McKay McKay.
It's really funny because I always get him and like Henry Rollins confused. I don't know
Uh,
why. I guess because
yeah,
they're both bald.
no. Henry Rollins has hair. Like
Oh,
it's like it's a weird thing. Like Henry Rollins in the '80s used to have like long wavy hair. Like think of Fabio or like uh, think of Astori romance story like hero, a romance story hero guy, like that he would that it would be that hair he would have. But now it's like Henry Rollins is like clean cut, Ian McKay is like balding, or it's like
Aw,
it's
yeah, they're
I
getting up there.
think yeah, I mean but yeah, yeah, and straight
The thing is, if I ever like cut my dreads, I guess that'll be a sign that
yeah,
I should
yeah,
might as well become straight edge for a little minute. But I don't think I'm gonna cut my dreads pretty soon. I
yeah,
mean, dreads are what people don't realize is dreads is like a hardcore hairstyle too.
yeah.
Like long
Back
hair.
brains. Uh huh.
Exactly. You know what's up, man. It's just as hardcore as being bald. So
Yeah.
nothing wrong with being bald. Being bald is pretty badass. Like I was bald for many
Yeah.
years.
Mm,
So
yeah. You remember? Do you remember the last time I like fully? I think it was back in 2019. Yeah, it was like almost a year, almost like over a year ago when cut my. I can remember when finally cut my hair after after many months and just completely shaved my head like completely bald. You remember that?
oh no, when was this?
No, I think it was October 2019. When I was still working. When I was still working at that grocery store job, and I was like, you know, and then I decided to finally cut my hair after like a family tragedy, and then yeah, and then yeah, you could yeah, and then I think people were surprised because I had this full head of hair, and then I'm like clean cut. Like next thing you know, I'm clean cut.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is kind of one thing that I don't I don't know, that's kind of ironic is like clean cut is more of like corporate, right? Or is it like
yeah, or it's like
I mean, not exactly being bald. I guess corporate and like work is like having a little bit of hair. Kind of a
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know what you call it, but I guess being
corp.
bald is more unprofessional.
Or it's
Uh,
like yeah, but clean cut I think would be the uh the like the 90s emo scene of like or youth crew or like that movement of like the mid 80s New York like youth crew like movement of like clean cuts like grassy jackets like that, but yeah.
Interesting, yeah. Um,
Okay,
one
back
more
to the
thing.
topic.
Yeah, one
Okay,
more thing
okay.
about this here. Let me Google straight edge just to get a clear definition. Well, first off, while I'm doing this, what does it mean to be like straight edge to you? Like,
I mean, well, being sober means, not, just not altering my mind or not, not, being under influence of, no drugs, no nothing, or, uh, not being under the influence of nothing that is, something that isn't, prescribed to me, and yeah, so it's just not being under influence of anything and just, having a clean, sharp mind.
yeah, that's the thing. That's what really draws me in is like having no control over me and being able to focus on things and thinking clearly and not falling into all these vices and like pleasure and traps and whatnot. um and I just googled this and it says, according to Google, it says especially among fans of hardcore punk music, having an ascetic or abstin- ab- abstinent lifestyle. And then it
Yeah.
also says straight edge is a subculture, a lifestyle, a movement, and for some, an identity. No drinking, no drugs, no smoking, no
Mm-hmm.
casual sex. These are the
Mm-hmm.
primary tenets of the straight edge subculture. In general, it is centered around abstinence as a means of rebellion. So, I I think I can really catch on to all that. I mean, there are some things about that that I don't really agree with. For example,
Mm-hmm.
the drugs thing. Like
Yeah.
every once in a while,
Yeah. It's
I like
yeah.
every once in a while I like to smoke a bowl or a blunt and whatnot. Drop some shrooms and whatnot. So, but I don't try
Yeah.
to overindulge in that too much because
Yeah.
before I used to like as because I'm like a Rastafarian as well, so I
Mm-hmm.
love weed, but I'm trying my best to limit it
Mm-hmm.
because it really makes you not. I mean, it does help you like wind down and like be more positive, but
Mm-hmm.
it really slows you down and makes you a bit sluggish. At least for me, it may be different
Yeah.
for everybody. It affects everyone differently, but for me personally, I get like I said with alcohol, I get a little bit too sucked into it to the point where I'm doing it every day and I need to do it every day after work and it's like it becomes a
Yeah.
crutch. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it. I don't want that kind of thing to have such a control me to the point where I have to like keep buying it over and over again, and and it's almost like you can't live without it. So I want to be able to limit it so I can use it as like an incentive or a prize. So where I'm like getting other things done, it's like all right, so it's late at night, just smoke a bowl, chill out,
Yeah.
take a nap or something. And also another thing I don't really agree with is the no casual sex thing. I mean, I do agree that you shouldn't like overindulge in that kind of thing. Like you shouldn't be
Yeah.
being out there, constantly chasing the tail. You should have other things going on because
Yeah.
I strongly believe women and people in general are not should not be objectified like that. That's another
Mm-hmm.
thing that's like kind of big in the black community and like rap culture. Like I
Yeah.
mentioned, is
Yeah.
like they heavily objectify women, and
Yeah.
I just I never really it really disgusts me sometimes. So,
Yeah.
but I do believe we're all people and we all have our urges. So
Yeah.
I think no casual sex is a bit too far. I
Yeah.
think just do your thing, just as long as you have it under control and not overindulge in it. But what I kind of want to tie into that is like masturbation and like porn,
Mm.
because I
Porn
really feel
addiction.
like yeah, I really feel like porn really weakens men in a way and
Yeah.
makes them think of like women in a certain way
Yeah.
and like
Yeah. Mm.
and same with like masturbation. Like I really feel, have you ever heard like Nofap? And
Oh. Oh, that. That
yeah,
is like way like a long time ago. I think it was like in high school that people were saying it or
singing.
uh, saying Nofap or like this whole meme saying came up of like Nofap. Yeah, it was this whole meme of Nofap or yeah, it just I think yeah, it was a whole Reddit thing of or not a Reddit but like Facebook memes of Nofap, Nofap. But yeah,
But yeah, Nofap is like a movement going on where you just don't beat your beat your meat. So, and person well, and personally for me, I know this might be like too much information, but I've been on that lately where it's like I don't want to like just
mm, mm,
waste my seed
yeah,
like that because not many people
yeah,
realize that your
yeah,
seed is very precious and
mm,
there's a lot of health benefits when you like try to retain that and only really use it
mm,
when the time is really right because that's what's really purpose that's what's supposed to be for really like it's not supposed to just be so you can like get a 3 second
all the
yeah three
time.
second yeah but yeah I've been on that for quite a while so that's that's another reason why I really wanted to get into this
Yeah,
whole
it's like
straight edge thing.
the whole the whole masturbation. Yeah, it's like it's good to be celibate or to each of their own, have your own thing going on, and it's your body, your choice.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I I mean, if anyone else wants to do that, it's fine because like I said, we're
Yeah,
all people.
yeah,
But I just feel like there's more to what you're supposed to do with that than just wasting it.
yeah,
It because it's literally because that's your seed. You can literally use that to make another human being. So it's like people
yeah,
don't we really underestimate how powerful it is. So I really think,
mm,
for me personally, I should like save it. You
mm.
know, unless yeah. Anyway, um, honestly, that's really all I have to say about the whole straight edge subculture. I mean, let's talk about. I guess one last thing. Let's talk about like some straight edge like bands. I suppose.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Do
like,
you?
I would
I
say,
mean,
continue, continue.
do you mess with any like straight edge bands out there?
Have I would say, uh, pro- maybe, what's it called? Um, I really don't, really bands are like I wouldn't maybe I would say bands like Half Heart or what's another good band. It's hard to keep track. It's like
Earth
cause
Crisis,
yeah, Earth Crisis or like wait,
Minor
Earth
Threat,
Minor Threat. I mean, Fugazi was all
Youth of Today.
Youth of Today was yeah, all those bands from like the New York movement. Some bands from the New York movement were like into the straight edge culture, and then yeah, I'm just it just I probably have to look this up, but straight edge bands, it's kind of hard because straight straight edge is like hard. It's like there are different genres and different people can be like straight edge. Like Tyler the Creator, who's like probably one of the greatest rappers, or is like a incredibly talented rapper. He's straight edge. Vince Staples, another incredibly rapper. He's straight edge, but yeah, but mostly I would say Half Heart, Gorilla Biscuit, Minor Threat, what other bands? Throw Bishop, Vegan Reach, Reich, Downtown Limperest. I'm checking, yeah, 18 Visions, like Teen Idols, Casey Jones, I mean, yeah, oh, Race Trader, that's like Andy Hurley, that's like, Andy Hurley from Fall Out Boy, Sect, that's like his, other band, Bane, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah, but straight, like, if you go to this Wikipedia article that tells you, like, who people, list of people who follow a straight edge lifestyle. I mean, like, Ian McKay will be the first picture who shows up. Pro wrestler CM Punk, Tyler the
Oh,
Creator. Yeah, he's like CM Punk is like he's really into hardcore punk rocks, and it's completely weird and whatnot. But Tyler the Creator, CJ Wilson. Yeah, Rise Against. It's like Rise Against is like except I think all them except their drummer is like straight edge. Yeah, Arch Enemy's lead singer, rapper Lil Yachty, but there's like a whole like from different bands who follow the straight edge lifestyle.
yeah, yeah. A band that I've been really intrigued by that's straight edge is Earth Crisis.
Oh yeah, like
Mostly
legendary.
because I really feel like they really laid down the whole hardcore and like metal core kind of thing in the '90s.
Yeah,
They laid down like the groundworks for it. So I've been meaning to really check those guys out, but I haven't really
yeah,
gotten around to it. But another band that I've been kind of obsessed with. I think they're one of my
Yeah.
favorite hardcore bands is Strife from Thousand
Mm,
Oaks. I
mm,
mean, they're no longer straight edge today, but they just have this album, in this Defiance, that I've just been like having on repeat really lately. Like it kind of just gets me going, and it just has this like metal kind of
yeah.
sound, like the Slayer kind of thrash going on, but at the same time,
Uh,
it has the hardcore vocals and message going on. So it's like that's really
mm,
inspiring. Like in the project that we're kind of working on, I kind of want to
yeah.
like take it in that kind of direction where it's like kind of fusing the. It's not
Yeah.
exclusively like
Like
hardcore like metal. It's like kind
like
of a metal core, but
like
not
Power
like
Trip.
but not like the metal oversaturated metal
Yeah.
core that became prominent in the 2000s. Like
Yeah.
I mean, no offense, like Bullet for My Valentine. I mean, I love that band, but I really feel like it just became a
Mm,
bit too popular to the point where eventually it had to die out. I really feel like bands like Strife were like the more real metalcore in a way,
yeah.
where it's like it wasn't all about just lovey dovey stuff and whatnot. I mean, nothing wrong with that, but sometimes I like music that's more serious and like gets more of a point across. But
Yes. Yeah. So yeah. I
but
mean, yeah.
um yeah we've been in this for almost 30 minutes, 25
Yeah.
minutes. I think it's a really good place to wrap this up. Do you have any final thoughts about?
Uh, about straight edge, it's just it's like if you make these positive changes in your life, you'll have positive outcomes, or you'll have like positive outcomes in your life. You'll have positive, like it'll change your life for the better. For like a little bit at a time.
Exactly, like I said, like these past 2 weeks, man, I've just been really more serious with things when I like stopped smoking weed and stopped
Yeah,
cut out everything else, like all the other like pleasure and vices as well. Like I've just been
yeah,
more on my mission,
yeah,
and I just feel like as long as I borrow some aspects from the straight edge subculture and not get fully immersed into it,
yeah.
I really feel like I can really stay on
Get
the
it?
right path in life,
Yeah.
because I really feel like there's just so many, like you've seen that thing I shared in my story, right? With the
Which
black
one?
guy
Uh,
or the black
it's
kid, and then there's so many things going
oh
on,
yeah,
like the
that the
gun pointing
thing.
at him, the
Yeah, the thing that
bandanas.
said reminded me of Power, that TV show.
Yeah,
Yeah, you should really
yeah,
check it.
that I.
You should really, yeah, but yeah,
Yeah, I'll
continue.
check it out, but I feel like that picture is really powerful, and it has a
Yeah,
lot of symbolism, because there's so many
yeah,
things out there that can like throw
yeah,
a young black man such as myself like just off
yeah,
course, and the
yeah,
jail, or like to the streets, or in a
yeah,
gang, or and
yeah,
whatnot. So that's one of the reasons why I want to like take some influences from like straight edge, to like
yeah,
stay on the right path, stay on my mission, stay on the grind, stay working,
yeah,
and I mean, stay rebellious as well, when the time
yeah,
comes, but at the same time, don't like break the law intentionally,
yeah,
like stay with your morals too. I mean,
yeah,
it's all cool to be a rebel, but it's not cool to be like a full blown criminal. As long
yeah,
as much as like our as much as like society says nowadays how cool it is, it's not. So,
yeah, yeah. How like
but
it's been glamorized by the internet. You know,
yeah,
Insta- Instagram stories and stuff like that. But
yeah.
yeah,
Like another thing I shared today was in my story was about how people who grow up in like with a fully intact nuclear family, and like a two-story kind of house kind of thing, and like
yeah.
good income and whatnot. And, they want to like do the whole trapping thing, be in the streets selling drugs and whatnot.
Oh,
Like
you mean
here,
you mean white suburban kids, or that wanna be like tough or
I mean, yeah, you're right, but not just exclusively like white suburban kids, like even like black suburban kids, and
uh,
Asian, and like, yeah, anybody,
oh
any
yeah
suburban
yeah
kid.
yeah yeah I know what you're talking about, like it's like this whole culture of trying to like be cool and yeah,
Yeah, because I guess they just want to do it for the ladies or something. But I
yeah,
just
or
think
like
that's whack, man.
yeah, it's like yeah, fast cars and stuff like that, and yeah,
Yeah, it was from this page on Instagram I follow called Hoodville. It just has a bunch of like memes about about from like, the hood kind of thing, and the quotation says, "I had the trap to make it out the mud," quote unquote, and then it shows like a suburban area as like the caption or like the background, and
yeah,
I just think it's like, why, man? It's like if you grew up well off, you should really take advantage of that and
mhm,
just appreciate what you got, because some people really didn't. Some people really have to be out there doing that because
yeah,
they're just trying to survive.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
and like I said, I just don't want to be like another one of them brothers out there who's like
trying
having
to
to do that.
survive,
Yeah, like it. I don't know. There's just something that's always been a part of me, like some higher
yeah,
power, something that's always told me to like really try not to live that kind of lifestyle.
yeah,
So, but yeah, that's really all I got for this video, man.
yeah.
We've been in this for 30 minutes. Dude, man, thanks for your time, man.
You're welcome.
And yeah, I hope we really can get this music project going with Andrew.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
um, yeah, that's all I really got, y'all. If this goes on YouTube, which is most likely it will, like, comment, and subscribe, and peace out.